Bruno, it's been an exciting first day of the Responsible Business Forum, Making Business Mutual. It's the second of its kind. Can you draw up a little bit what your impression is this year compared to last year?
Well, last year was actually, as you said, the very first conference. It was the first time we went out. And at that time, we were thinking that there's a time for everything. There's time to stay silent and a time to speak. And last year was really the time we decided to speak up. And we speak up more from a purpose perspective, and also to highlight that the necessity and the urgency for business to adjust and adapt their business model to address this new form of scarcity that we are dealing with today. This year, we decided to go a bit more deep into the description of the model itself, we wanted also to honor the work of the academics that have developed the metrics. We wanted also to enlarge a little bit also the context in which economics of mutuality could happen. What happened also between last year and this year is that this year we just published a book. And the book that we co-authored with my friend and colleague Jay Jacob, which we called Completing Capitalism, was also what we wanted to highlight here. Last year was more about making people aware of the need to adjust their business model. This year we wanted to position mutuality and economics of mutuality as a business innovation, similar to a technological innovation that could bring value like a technological innovation, but also while addressing critical issues in the ecosystem in which we operate, like people and planet.
So that means that you're taking it a step further. You're going from just thinking about a certain paradigm to, okay, how can we measure it, put it into place, turn it into strategies? And that is something that you are starting to describe in the book, and you're perhaps also looking at through the platform you're going to launch.
That is true. This year we decided also to go one step further in the openness of this work, and for probably the first time in the history of Mars, we have decided to explore the opportunity to turn this economics of mutuality research, which actually required almost 10 years of academic and business research, in the public domain. Not only because we want this to be a charitable gift, but we are fundamentally convinced that the value to Mars will be greater if we share this economics of mutuality work. Not only the value will be greater, but also, to be frank, it's difficult to be mutual on your own. So yes, there is also a moral imperative here to share it with others. And when we say the others, we are very careful when we define this, because we want to partner with companies which have a similar purpose and with people who have a similar set of moral principles.
So this is also a way to publish that what you're about, that economics of mutuality is something that you actually integrate not only, but you actually see it as a business model you can launch your business from and thrive on, and to get your partners on board.
That is true. Essentially, what we managed to demonstrate specifically this year with this forum, and also with the book and the research that we are doing with Oxford, is that it is indeed possible to position a business, in this case Mars, as a force for good, for society and for the environment, not at a cost, like most companies do through CSR or charity models, but at a profit. So in a sense, it's about to turn to reverse the proposal. Most companies do business and try to mitigate the negative consequences of their business, and it's very good. What we are saying here is that it is a sharing of benefit, which we call mutuality, that eventually drives economic performance, and not any kind of economic performance, but an economic performance that is superior, that if we only focus on financial performance. So we managed to prove this in one particular ecosystem with one particular business goal, and the results are very compelling and very solid. Now the next step is to bring it to other ecosystems and to test the stability of this model. And this is the purpose of the open platform, is to create the conditions to diffuse this good news for business and for the world.